divine, won't you shine, be glorious, reflect the divine spirit of mine, spirit divine, won't you shine your light? Let me be your vessel, let me be your vessel, let me be your vessel of love. Let me be your vessel, oh, let me be your vessel, let me be your vessel of love. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine spirit of mine. Let me shine, shine, shine. Let me shine, shine, shine. Let me shine, shine, shine. Amen.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So today we are wrapping up our series, Be the Light. Next Sunday we have our annual Burning Bowl ritual, which is a wonderful way to complete the year consciously, letting go of what we want to leave in the past and stepping newly into the new year. So today we take a look at this theme, Be the Light. And I'm going to begin with a story, a bit of a fable, you may say. As the winter solstice approached, the days grew shorter. The world seemed to fall in a deeper slumber. In the small village of Leora, the people had always celebrated this time of year, gathering to mark the return of the sun. But this year, something felt different. The sky was a muted gray, the wind cold, whispering in ways that made their hearts heavy. The villagers spoke of darkness closing in, and not just in the sky, but in their own hearts. Among them was Alara, a young woman known for her quiet kindness and her warmth that seemed to radiate even on the coldest days. But even she noticed how the village had become quieter and the people began to keep to themselves more, how their smiles had begun to fade. She knew something needed to change, but she wasn't sure how. One evening, as the sun dipped lower, Alara wandered into the forest that bordered her village. The trees bare and twisted. They seemed to be listening to her every thought. She sat on the edge of the clearing, gazing out to the sky, the stars hidden behind thick clouds, the moon barely visible. And yet, deep within her stirred a quiet voice. This voice says, "Bring light to the world. You must first kindle it within yourselves." To bring light to the world, you must first kindle it within yourself. The word soft and simple echoed in her mind. She closed her eyes, taking a deep breath, and for the first time in a long time, she allowed herself to feel what had been brewing inside her. Sitting and being present with the sadness, with the grief, with the compassion and the joy and the hope, holding it all, the seeming opposites, the paradox of life itself, light, dark. She sat and she held the space for all, And she thought of the people she loved in the village she called home, and how even in the darkest times, there was always a flicker of light waiting to be shared. With a renewed sense of purpose, Alara returned to her village, gathering those that she could to help her. And together, they began to do small acts of kindness, creating and sharing a meal, a comforting word, a gesture, perhaps a hug. It wasn't much at first, but then something began to stir within the villagers. And they started to remember that light doesn't just come from the sun, it comes from the hearts of all those around them. So on the night of the solstice, the longest night stretched its shadows over the land, and the villagers gathered in the town square. Alara stood at the center, holding a lantern in her hand. And as the clock struck midnight, she raised the lantern high, and its glow reflecting off the snow-covered ground. One by one, each person in the square lit their own lantern, passing the light hand to hand, just as we did on Thursday night. And as they did, and they looked at that light and saw that reflection of one another, they realized that the more light they gave, the brighter the world became. And soon the stars appeared as the clouds parted, and the moon shone brighter than before. And it wasn't the sun returning that brought the light. It was the light from within each of their own hearts, that as they came together, they kindled that light and watched it grow exponentially. In that moment, the village understood the true message of solstice. The darkness can only be overcome by the light that we choose to share. And with that light, the world would find its way back to hope. So that's where we begin today, remembering that within each of us is that light, is that spark of the divine, waiting to be expressed and shared. And as we share our light with another, it amplifies, right? So what I know is that each of us has a unique gift, a unique spark within to share. And the seasons remind us that even in the darkest of times, it doesn't mean that we have nothing to give. Instead, it reminds us to slow down, to turn within, to remember, to reflect, to feel, and to cultivate that inner awareness of the light. Nature is such a good example, right? We can't go 24/7 on high speed like perhaps some of us do during the summer when we're energized by the light and the long days and all the activity, right? If we were to keep up that pace throughout the year and throughout our life, our bodies would eventually say, right? We need rest. We need the times to get still, to turn within, to contemplate the darkness and the light, to contemplate the light in the darkness in the light, and to remember who we are, and to remember that we always have something to give, even when we feel like we don't. And to notice the tendency of the mind to make the light good and the dark bad. The healing, the hope, the transformation, the gift is in looking at these seeming opposites and integrating them, to be able to hold space for it all. For what I have experienced, and I imagine many of you have, as I've heard your stories, is that in those times that may feel like those dark nights of the soul, the potential for healing, for growth, for learning is great. And as we have moved past various times in our lives of struggle, of darkness, we do not allow the darkness to consume our hearts. And sometimes it takes a smile or a spark or a hug from a little one, a lick from a puppy, who knows, to remind us, oh yeah, and our heart leaps and lights up. Not that the thing out there created or caused our light, it just woke something up within us when perhaps we have forgotten. Yes. So we get to be that for each other. We get to be that spark. We get to be that remembrance. And we get to remember that no matter what is occurring in our lives or in the world, that light shall overcome. That love is the great healer. And love is always the answer. To remember our light. And to ask, how can I be of service, right? This story points to, she didn't go off and remember her light and then come back home and sit with it and say, oh yes, this feels good. I'm just going to radiate in my light forever. She couldn't actually experience the growth of her own inner light and being without relationship. And we as humans are built to this way. Life is relationship. How we choose to relate to the things and the people and the places and the beings in our life gives us that opportunity to reflect the light that we are and to see it in others and let that light grow and multiply and shine and lift up others. So that is the message, that is the goal of this time of year. And as we just experienced the solstice yesterday, we in nature are going to begin to see more light, have longer days. And that is a reminder that through the darkest of times, the light will emerge. As a community, we get to show up and remind each other that we are the light. And if someone is in a place of experiencing difficulty, perhaps there's something we can give or offer. If we ourselves are in the place of experiencing pain or sorrow, we can be open to receive the gifts of our community and let that light fill our hearts and grow and expand. This was the message that runs through all major faith traditions, that golden thread of truth. Treat others the way you desire to be treated, right? So the love, the care, the compassion, this time of year reminds us to not get stuck in or wallow in our own despair, but instead to hold space for it and to allow the light of hope to return in our hearts. And perhaps by giving of something, even when we feel like we barely have anything to give, by taking that step of being of service in some way, we can open our hearts. And not only that, we must be willing to receive the gift and the love and the offers of others, to know that we are worthy and that the light within us is here to shine, to grow, to multiply, to be glorious, to radiate, right? So this week I encourage you, whatever your holiday plans may bring, to find moments of stillness, of reflection, A wonderful practice is just to sit with a candle, to reflect on that light, and to remember that that light lives within your own heart and within all those around you. And then to ask, how can I be of service? What is mine to do today? What is mine to know today? What is mine to express today, to share today? What is mine to receive today? Be conscious, be awake, be aware, be present, and allow life to show up and give its gifts to you through you. Yes? All right. Let's take that into prayer. Taking that deep breath. So grateful. So grateful to recognize the one life that is love. The one life that is peace, that is wholeness, that is harmony, that is joy. This one energy, this presence, moving in as and through all life as the light that we are. I know and recognize this life. Some call it God, universe, spirit, the one. I recognize this life as the very essence of all life, and know that it is the truth of who I am. This wholeness, love, and peace and harmony is the very essence and nature of my being. So I choose this day to recognize the one life, the love, the peace, the joy, the wholeness in all of life. To show up fully present, awake and aware, to see the light of truth and love. Despite any circumstance in the world, I am always at choice. So I can choose to allow the light to lead the way. I can choose to open my heart and mind and to experience a shift in perspective and to see any situation from the eyes of the beloved. To allow love to be revealed, peace to be known, healing to occur now in my heart, mind, body, spirit. Knowing that I am the light of the world. And I am here to share and express that light in a way that only I can. Given the situations and circumstances of my own life's path journey, there is something unique that I am here to offer. So I choose this day first to recognize that, to stand in my power, in my wholeness, and to know that I have so much to give. And then to choose to allow that to flow through me as me, to be that vessel of spirit, to shine the light of love and wholeness and peace and harmony upon all those I encounter, to choose to show up in relationship with life, with other beings, as light embodied. That space that can hold all seeming opposites and allow love to lead the way. So I'm so grateful this day to choose love and only love. I'm so grateful this day to walk this path of wholeness together with my beloved community, knowing that I am here to give, I am here to serve, I am here to express, and I am here to be the light, as well as to receive and to see and to acknowledge the light around me. This is what I give thanks for this day. The acknowledgement of the love and the light within all beings. With great gratitude for the fulfillment of this word, I release it now into the action of the law that always says, yes, my beloved, yes, it is done. And it is so. And I affirm it to be so by saying, and so it is. And so it is, yes.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
See the love in the room.
There is only
That's right.
love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
Beautiful, beautiful, thank you. We're going to move into our moment of integration where we get to connect, where we get to relate, and to share and integrate the message. So I invite you to find someone in the room. You can turn to someone next to you. You can get up and move, find a partner, and you're going to share what is stirring in your heart, what it is for you that you're feeling called to, the way to be the light, to share the light, especially as we move into this week, whatever that may bring for you. All right? So share. How are you going to show up as the light this week? Both people have an opportunity to share. Your partner. Thank your partner. And take a deep breath. Yeah, so we are going to do our community spotlight today instead of next Sunday. We usually do it the last Sunday of the month, but as I mentioned, next Sunday's service is a little different. So we have the opportunity now to hear from Tanisha Copeland, our very own Tanisha. Come up, Tanisha. Yes. And Tanisha shared her story, and we have given to Step by Step in the past, but we have a little, let me see the bottom of this turn. We have a little bit more to give today, which she'll tell you all about it.
Good morning, everyone. Grand Rising, Ahava.
Grand Rising, yes.
I have notes because I forget. My heart is overflowing with gratitude as I stand before you today. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest thanks for the generous decision to sponsor a family through Step by Step this year, and for choosing this remarkable organization as the recipient of your Christmas donation. Now, as someone who volunteers with Step by Step, I witnessed firsthand the profound impact of your generosity. Each week, young mothers, 12 to 25, receive precious gifts, an evening to focus on their growth and well-being, while knowing that their children are in a loving, caring space. This isn't just about the warm meal provided or the educational materials shared. It's about giving these women something priceless, the space to breathe, learn, and believe in themselves. When I sit with these mothers, I see reflected in their eyes my own journey. As a teen mom, supportive, every moment of community care becomes a seed of hope planted in fertile soil. And your support helps provide weekly gatherings in a nurturing environment, childcare from caring professionals, nutritious meals for families, educational programming and materials, and a community of understanding and support. The ripple effect of this support extends far beyond just one night a week. It shows that these young mothers, that they matter and that their dreams matter, and that they have a community standing behind them. Now, you know, they say God has a sense of humor. And last Sunday, he provided it. I was sitting in service thinking I was just going to have my regular spiritual cup of coffee with the Spirit. When Reverend Rainbow's message about peace and the beautiful masterpiece song that our guest sung really hit me differently. Family, Spirit kind of knocked on the door so hard, I was surprised that I didn't fall out the chair. And right there in the middle of service, the divine download came through clearer than a radio station. Divine masterpiece, from pieces to peace. I almost jumped up and shouted, but I had to stay cute. So, in this beautiful spirit of divine timing and transformation, I feel moved to share another journey close to my heart. Through Reverend Rainbow's guidance and divine timing, I've been blessed with an opportunity through Ahava Center to share this story of healing and hope. And this special initiative is designed specifically to bring more diverse voices into the publishing world, particularly with the BIPOC, queer, and feminist spiritual communities. In the community gathering after service, I would love to share more about this divine assignment with anyone who feels called to learn more. But your prayers and positive energy are deeply appreciated as this vision unfolds. Most importantly, I want to reiterate my profound gratitude for your support of Step by Step. Your generosity reminds us that when we lift each other up, miracles become possible and we shine our light.
Yes. Thank you, Tanisha. Yes, so Tanisha has a book on her heart, and that is the project she is referring to, and the masterpiece, From Pieces to Peace, is the title of her book that came to her. And I'm so grateful to get to be a part of sharing and supporting her journey to bringing that to life. And that's what you can talk to her more about as well. And through Step by Step, our donation this month, we decided to give a little bit more than we do each month in order to support one family, one mom and children for a year. And you too can do such if you're interested. Talk to Tanisha how, if you want to give more and to sponsor a family for a year, what that looks like. So that's what we're doing. Let us now move into our conscious giving, knowing that as we give, we receive, for truly it is a circle. It's more like an infinity sign, I think. Yes. Just kind of goes like this, right? Giving and receiving, giving and receiving. So we're going to pass a basket in the room. Just a reminder that this community, this center, is funded fully by the generosity of you all, the community. You can also text the word give to 859-209-6996 or go to our website and there's a give button there. So I invite you now to repeat after me. The next slide. Carbo's like, my hand's over my heart. What? Divine love as me. Blesses and multiplies all that I have. All that I give. And all that I receive. I joyously contribute to the vision of Ahava. Knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Yes.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Grateful.
Yes. Woo. And I'm so grateful for Ahava happenings. It's happening, y'all. So next Sunday, be here for our annual Burning Bowl ceremony. Invite your friends, family. It's a wonderful ritual. As you know, we get to write down what we want to release on this magical paper called flash paper, touch it to the flame, and it dissolves. Oh, and it's Nasima's birthday. Yay. Yes, yes, yes. And we will also be writing those letters from the universe to ourselves. If you were here last year, you should have received your letter a few weeks ago. Wasn't that just a beautiful reminder for yourself? I know for me, I was a little nervous to open mine because I've had quite the year. And when I read it, it was like, okay, Spirit. Spirit knew exactly what I needed to read this year, not knowing what all would have occurred. So beautiful, beautiful ritual and practice. Okay, what else? We have then the following Sunday, the first Sunday of the month, our annual visioning and vision board workshop. A fun opportunity to, again, listen to Spirit's ideas for the highest vision for your year in 2025, and then put it together on a collage and a beautiful vision board to hang up and remind yourself of your intentions and focus throughout the year. That is done in a love offering. Again, another wonderful opportunity to invite friends and families to plan to stick around. You might want to bring a little sack lunch that day and for service after that. And then the following Sunday is our annual meeting. We introduce next year's theme, Rising Higher, Growing Deeper. And we're going to take a look at all things business, such as the budget. And we also have several core council members who will be ending their 3-year term of service, and then a few more that we are going to be voting on to step into service. So important time of year to please stick around, especially if you are an official member. We need you here to vote and say yes and do all those business things, right? So plan to stick around for that on January 12th. And this is an amazing, fun offering. Yes, new. So some of you know Denise if you've participated in any of her previous chakra workshops, movement, painting. We are putting together a day retreat. It's winter, it's time to reflect. You can't be outside much, so might as well spend the Saturday with us on January 25th. It's going to include movement. It's going to include writing and painting and collaging, snacks, reflection, community. But you will end the day with a canvas of yourself embodying your vision and the process of the whole day, if that kind of makes sense. Basically, it's an expressive arts retreat facilitated by our beloved Denise Woolfolk, and it's going to be a little bit of everything, all the arts. If you know someone interested in that, spread the word. And you can sign up. We'll be sending out ways to sign up in our e-newsletter and other opportunities for that. So save the date for that coming up. And a reminder that our licensed practitioners are available to support you in spiritual mind treatment, in affirmative prayer. Today, Patty Cooper will be available over here, as well as there's a prayer box. You can leave a prayer request. You can go online and submit a prayer request, and a practitioner will get back to you in the way you choose, whether it be a phone call, a written prayer, or just to hold space and pray for you. They're also available for one-on-one sessions. You can pick up a card and ask them more about that. So let us now stand. And I invite you to repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in my affairs. I accept it. I am it. And I share it. Just the way it appears. And just the way it appears not. Thank you, life. Yes.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Friends, thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. One more time. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends.
Fun to end on a love it. Thank you, yes.